I've been feeling so down.
Guys, we are back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and we are the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come and cancel your disbeliefs. If you would like for me to help you cancel your disbeliefs and get your manifestations, go ahead and click on my website in the description box, sammysmermaidgang.net, and sign up for coaching with me. Okay, let's get into the video. If you are an OG, then you would know that I posted a video like over a year ago probably about transition and purge. And as we know, I've much grown from that. Okay, I've grown a lot since then, and in my, you know, spiritual, whatever, in my manifestation journey. Okay, you know, I'm not that spiritual kind of bitch. In my manifestation journey, I've grown a lot, tested a lot, discovered a lot, realized a lot, and here I am ready to really break you free of your limits this year. I don't believe in a transition or purge anymore. And I hope this frees you, and I hope you're not mad at me for posting that a year ago, because I didn't know. Back then, I'm not gonna name the YouTuber that I watched a lot of videos that talked about bridge of incidents. I don't like using the word incidents, but bridge of events, purge, transition, all that stuff. There was actually a couple that talked about that, and I don't subscribe to those beliefs anymore. And you don't have to either, because we literally, it's just like YouTube channels. We can subscribe or unsubscribe to any belief that we want by telling ourselves something different. So I have been getting I've been getting a lot of comments about purge. Like, I'll get comments or messages or emails from my clients about the purge, and I'm like, especially my clients. I tell them immediately, like, okay, no, we're not subscribing to that belief, because I no longer like or accept the idea of having to struggle through anything to get to where I need to be. I don't like the idea of even having to purge thoughts. I don't want to purge anything. I want it to just disappear and my new thoughts be in there. And I've figured out how to do that. And it's very simple. It's by literally deciding that you don't go through a purge. Like, you can literally say, I don't believe in a purge. I don't believe in a transition period. I very peacefully and quickly transition to my new state. And you do. When you change your story, you step into a whole new state of consciousness. And so the idea and beliefs of the purge or the transition was just manifestation. You going through a purge is just you assuming that you're gonna go through a purge. You going through a transition, you going through this long ass bridge of incidents unfolding, bridge of events, whatever. Unfolding is simply a belief. It's simply because you've told yourself or accepted that as true, that that is something that you have to experience or go through when you're manifesting something new or stepping into a new state, and it just simply doesn't have to be true. So I have decided that it's not true, and that everything just changes that quickly and that easily, and it's like the old belief, old thoughts, old situation never happened. I like using that affirmation a lot, like it never even happened. I have chosen to just step into my new reality state easily, and without purge, without transition, without a long bridge. There doesn't need to be a long drawn out bridge of incidents. Things can change instantly. I mean, we can manifest shit out of thin air. Why does there need to be a long process for anything, honestly? Especially when you manifest people. Like, one day your person could literally hate you and not want anything to do with you. And if you keep telling yourself the new story, like, no, they've always loved me, they've always been obsessed with me, like, I'm literally the love of their life, like, they worship the ground I walk on, whatever your affirmations might be, they could literally just, like, change their mind in that instant, and it would be like they never felt the other way about you that quickly. No transition, no natural things having to make it happen to lead up to this new feeling, nothing. Just like it never happened. So everything else can be that way too. Money. I've always been rich. I've always had tons of money. I've always been literally a money magnet. And the money can just show up in your bank account, or someone would just feel like giving you money, or you just get a check in the mail. It doesn't have to be this long drawn out thing. Like, money can just show up. You could literally find it on the fucking ground. Like, yes, I understand maybe someone dropped it there, or maybe they didn't. Maybe it manifested out of thin air. We've been talking about manifesting out of thin air, which the reason I tagged Candace in that is because she does a lot of talking about manifesting out of thin air, and I was really inspired by that, because it's like, wait a minute, let's move. We've done enough of the natural teachings and stuff. Let's move into those types of things. She's right. I mean, that's a real thing. Like, we can manifest out of thin air. We're spiritual, powerful freaking beings. Like, start testing shit. Back to my point. Because we can do things like that, because you can literally find tons of experiences of people doing things like that, understand that there does not have to be a transition. There does not have to be a purge of any old thoughts. I believe that people only experience that because they believe they're gonna experience that, or they believe that because of maybe teachings like Florence Scovel Shin or other YouTubers, that they have to purge these things and put them out, which is what I used to believe. Trust me, I used to believe that, because like I said, I went through a Florence Scovel Shin phase, and I just don't like that anymore. And now that I've really discovered creating my own rules and practiced it and used it, I can confidently tell you that you don't have to go through a purge. You can just simply you can just simply switch, and it will be like those old thoughts and shit never even happened. So why would you need to purge thoughts that you never had? Do you know what I mean? Revision, I guess, is what you would call it. But if you never had them, there's nothing to purge. And if you switch to a new state where they no longer exist, why would you have to purge old thoughts that from a state that you're no longer in? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. I think it was just because it was a belief for people, because they were told they were going to experience it, me included. We kind of just accepted it as true, which is why we manifested transitions and purges. We're no longer going to be doing that, okay? This video is not going to be very long, because that was just something I wanted to tell you guys about, so you could like stop doing that. Stop accepting that as true, and stop going through purges and transitions. We're very evolved these days, and I think that there's no reason for us to still be taking a long time to get to the things that we desire, when we can literally just shift and get them now. Like, we've come really far with manifestation and people's experiences, like really freaking far. And while we will never fully probably understand how every single thing works, all I know is that I am in control, and I decide what my reality looks like and what I experience, and that's all I care about. That's what I focus on. So I encourage you to stop trying to figure everything out. The more you search and search and search and search and search for information, you're going to keep manifesting confusion and a need to look for answers. Whereas if you will just stop right now and be like, you know what? No, I know how to manifest. This is what I know, and I'm going to use this to control my entire reality, and I don't care about the rest. Then you're going to start experiencing finally the things that you want. But you don't want to stay in a freaking searching mode forever, for years, searching for more and more info, when you could be living your life right now, creating the things that you want and experiencing the really fun life, happy life that you want right now. Fuck looking for answers. The only answer you need is that you're in control. You create your reality. Whatever you tell yourself is true, no matter what anyone else has ever experienced. Whatever you tell yourself is going to be true for you. Don't base your life or what you can experience off of anyone else. Don't accept anyone else's beliefs. Just decide what you want in your reality, and you tell yourself that, and you watch it become true, no matter what anyone else has experienced, no matter what anyone else has been able to manifest. You guys ask me things constantly, but most of the questions are things that you have to test for yourself, because I can only tell you from my reality. I can only tell you based on the things that I desire and the things that I've manifested from my own desires, because what you desire and the world that you want to experience is probably totally different from mine. And I don't have the same situations as you. So you have to test it for yourself in your world. You have to mold your world based on the information that you've learned already. You know that the law literally works in your favor. And that's another thing I want to speak on. I truly believe that the law is actually completely rigged for our happiness. I think it is more so rigged for our happiness. I think it is designed more for our happiness than for our unhappiness. And that's why a lot of people, the only reason it takes them a while to manifest the negative things in their life, and it's because they won't change the story. But if you would, no matter how much shit, bad shit or negative shit or just unhappy shit that you've manifested or experienced, if you would change the story, I think you could manifest the good, the happy much faster, because our true nature is happiness and fun and love and, you know, good. Our true nature is just good and happy and fun, and I truly think that the law is more rigged for that, and that it is easier to manifest good things than it is negative things. So change your story today, okay? Change the damn story that you're telling yourself. You do not have to believe it. You do not have to believe it. You're not gonna believe it until it manifests. I have never believed a single affirmation I told myself until after it manifested. You do not have to believe it. You just have to persist in the new thought. That's it. It's that simple. All you have to do is tell yourself something different consistently, and it will change before you believe it. It does not have to be an assumption for it to manifest. I know before that I said that, and I went through a little confusion too, but I am sure that what you tell yourself is what becomes true. You don't have to believe it, okay? No, you will believe it, and it will be a set-in assumption once you've experienced it, I think. But you don't have to believe it before it manifests. So don't worry about, oh, do I believe it? Is it working? Yes, just decide it's working. Decide it's so easy for you to manifest, and it will be. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we out.